I welcome you all to a beautiful mathematics question that we see on the board. And the question says, look for the value of x, given that 1 to the power of x plus 8 to the power of x is equal to 27 to the power of x. This looks tricky, but we're going to be making it very simple so that we all understand. Now, when we have a question like this, the first thing we do is to divide through, which is divide each of the term by 27 to the power of x. We're doing that so that we have 1 on the right hand side. So let's go. So we have 1 to the power of x. So I'm going to be dividing by 27 to the power of x. Plus, we have 8 to the power of x. We're still going to be dividing by 27 to the power of x. So this is equal to the right hand side, we have 27 to the power of x. And now we're dividing by 27 to the power of x. Now watch something. That from indices, whenever I have, for example, a to power n all over b to power n. Now let me write this somewhere else. Good. Whenever I have a to power n all over b to power n, that means the numerator and the denominator have a common power. This can be expressed as a over b all raised to the common power of n. Now we can apply this to what we have here. So this can now be written as 1 all over 27 all raised to the common power of x plus, now this the same way, this can be written as 8 all over 27 all raised to the common power of x. This is equal to, now 27 to the power of x divided by 27 to the power x is 1. Very good. Now note something. 1 is a perfect cube, which means it can be written as 1 cube. All over 27 is a perfect cube, which means it can be written as 3 cube. And this is raised to power x plus, now watch this, 8 is a perfect cube, which means it can be written as 2 cube. All over, now 27 is a perfect cube, which is 3 cube. And this is also raised, let me write this very well, this is also raised to the power of x. And this is equal to 1. Now let's pay attention to what we have inside. Notice that they have a common power of 3. Let's apply what we did before. This can be written as 1 all over 3 all raised to the common power of 3. And remember, we have a power of x outside, so I'm going to be raising this to power x. Plus, now we do this the same way. This becomes 2 over 3 all raised to the common power of 3. And now raised to power x. So I'm going to be raising this to power x. And this is equal to 1. Very good. Now from indices, we have, whenever we have a to power m, and we have another outside power, let's say n, this means we write down the base and we multiply the powers. So m times n. That means this expression can now be written as 1 all over 3 all raised to power. Now let's multiply the powers. 3 times x gives 3x. Plus, now we do this the same way. This can be written as 2 over 3 all raised to 3 times x, that is 3x. And this is equal to 1. Good. Now, this is where the trick happens. And this is where most students get confused. But I'm going to be simplifying everything so that we see it clearly. So the left-hand side, we have 1 all over 3 all raised to the power of 3x plus we have 2 all over 3 all raised to the power of 3x. So this is equal to, now we have 1 here. Now notice the denominator, we have on the left-hand side, the denominators. We have 3 here. We also have 3 here. So we have to make this a fraction, which is make the 1 a fraction, but it must have a denominator of 3. So this can be 3. Good. So when I divide 3 by 3, I'm going to be having 1. So we see that all the expressions we have a common power of 3. Very good. So let's simplify further. So we have 1 all over 3 all raised to the power of 3x plus 2 over 3 all raised to the power of 3x to be equal to, now we can split this 3 into 1 plus 2. So all over the common power of 3. Very good. Now it is looking better. So let's make it even more better. So we have the left-hand side as 1 all over 3 all raised to 3x plus we have 2 over 3 all raised to 3x, and this is equal to, now let's split the fraction on the right hand side. So this will be 1 all over 3 plus 2 all over 3. Very good. Now notice that 1 all over 3 has a power of 1. The same thing here, 2 all over 3 has a... Now we can compare. On comparing, you see that 1 over 3, this has a power of 3x. The one on the right has a power of 1. 2 over 3 has a power of 3x. The one on the right has a power of 1. So we can therefore say that 3x must be equal to 1. And to get the value of x, we divide both sides by 3. 3 cancels out from the left, leaving behind x to be equal to 1 all over 3. And this is our final answer. Want more videos like this? Click the video below.